Hey guys, welcome to the MMA Brothers podcast, the newest, baddest, and best podcast out there. And let's get it going. Hello guys, and welcome back to the MMA Brothers podcast. My name is Daryl.
My name's Asher.
And we're talking UFC Fight Night, Overeem versus Harris preview. So now we didn't do a video for the midweek fight because we didn't really think it'd be that exciting. And it was okay. There's a few barn burners, but we're going to move on to this Saturday's main event. So we're going to be talking Overeem versus Harris. Asher can walk you through the first fight.
Yep. Walk you through the main card only, and like Daryl said, the last event on the Wednesday, what's his name, Anthony Smith versus Glover Teixeira, a good fight. Should have ended much earlier. I don't know why it had to go into the fifth round, and Anthony had to take more damage. Broken orbital bone, broken nose, lost teeth. It's just
That's okay.
We'll talk about that. Respect that, but God. Anyways, let's move on. Starting at the bottom of the card. Our boy, Song Yadong, bro.
Our boy, that's your boy.
He's not my boy. Song Yadong is facing somebody called Marlon Vera. To be honest, I don't know much about him. But anyways, it's number 14 versus number 15. Song Yadong's only got one L in his record and one no contest and one draw. A lot of ones. And the Marlon Vera's record's 15-5-1. Guy from China versus Ecuador, same height. Reach is the disadvantage, 3.5 inches disadvantage for Song Yadong. And so let's look at their stats. So, Song Yadong wins 40% of his fights by KO, and Marlon 29%. And as you can see, Marlon is more of a submission fighter. So, don't know too much about these guys. I've seen some of Song Yadong's fights. He does seem to be better with his strikes, which as you can see by the KO percentage. I'm gonna go with Song Yadong. You know, he has one sub, I guess, or a couple subs. But who are you gonna go with?
Yeah, so we always talk about the stats, but what did the stats really mean, right? Like we got to go over that. So what this basically means is Song Yadong is going to keep on his feet, right? And he's not going to take the fight to the ground, which is going to be exciting for the fans. What this guy's going to want to do is going to try to take your back. So he's going to fight to get a takedown, right? So he's not really concerned with really knocking you out. He's just going to throw stuff to distract you. Then boom, he's in on a leg, and then he's got you to the ground, and you're more likely to get submitted. They both got 15 wins. He's got more losses than Song. He's got a little bit more wear and tear on his chin. You know what I mean? So this one, I'm going to go with Song. I just think that if you're a hand-heavy guy versus a grappler usually gets the best of you if you go in there like swinging for the fences. But Song is a very calculated striker.
Yeah.
I've watched a few of his fights before. So based off of that limited knowledge, he's only got one L to his name. He's got one no contest. Don't really know what happened there. But I'm going to go with the man from China, Song Yadong.
Song Yadong, we both got you. So next, we got Eric Anders versus Christoph Jerko. How do you say his name?
Jotko.
Christoph Jotko?
Yeah, so Eric, your boy Anders versus Christoph Jotko. Eric's got 13 wins, 4 losses. Christoph comes in with a little bit more experience with 21 wins, 4 losses. Your boys from United States and Jotko's from Poland, 6'1" apiece. They're fighting the middleweight division. Jotko's got a 2-inch reach advantage. So do you mind going down a bit? And how do they win? So what does this tell you guys? So 67% of Eric Anders' wins comes from knockouts. So what does that mean? He's got heavy hands, right? You got to be very careful. I'm pretty sure he's a southpaw, so he's going to be pawing at you with that right hand. The next thing you know, the left hand's coming up down the middle or overhand. So he's really got to watch it because he's a decision fighter. So he's going to be looking to bob, weave, pop, 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 pop. He's in and out, and then he's going to keep trying to conserve his gas tank, right? So with this fight, I always give the edge to the heavier-handed fighter versus the decision fighter, right? Unless you're an anomaly like Dominic Cruz, right? You know what I mean? So this is going to be very concerning for Jotko because Jotko knows at any point this guy could turn the lights out, right? So he's going to be fighting very conservative and you're not going to be going gung-ho. But the moment he gets touched, best believe he's going to go out. So I'm going to go with Eric Anders here. He's been quite disappointing when when the chips have mattered. He's fallen short. But I'm going to go with Eric Anders here. Who do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Anders too. I know Jotko is actually pretty good. Like you can look at his record, it's 21-4. So he has a lot of wins under his belt. Anders, from his last outing, like Daryl kind of mentioned, he fought Roundtree. I don't know if it was in his last fight or 2 fights ago, but he got his ass kicked in that fight. So hopefully he's gonna be a little better this time. Even he tweeted saying like, "Bro, I got my ass kicked in that fight. Like I haven't been that bad since I was a kid by my parents, something like that, something funny." But both gonna go with Anders. Anders is probably gonna win this by decision. I don't see him knocking out Jocko because Jocko is really really good. But I think Anders is gonna put the pressure on him, hit him with some kicks and some nice punches, and then get a decision victory.
If you're a betting man, go for the KO.
Yeah. So next one, we got Dan Ing versus Edson Ige.
Dan Ige, 50K, buddy.
Dan Ige versus Edson Barbosa. So you wanna go?
Yeah, no. So Dan Ige, very exciting fighter. These guys are fighting at lightweight, so it's gonna be very interesting because Barbosa's had a few pretty bad L's,
this
right?
fight's actually at featherweight, surprisingly. So
is that
Barbosa
45?
is going down to 145.
Which is I don't know.
First time going to 145.
I don't know how he's gonna look because he's already pretty shredded. So I assume he's gonna look very depleted. Dan Ige is very good. So do you remember our last time we had Ige on this? We were just like, I don't really know what's going on with Ige. He won the fight. Comes down here, now he's fighting Barbosa. Right? That's a very big step up. Barbosa's gonna light up those legs with those kicks that he's usually known for. Look at the fight difference experience. He's only had 15 pro fights. Barbosa's had 28. So Dan Ige is from the United States. Barbosa's from Brazil. There's a huge height discrepancy by 4 inches. 5'7" versus 5'11". He's gonna have a little bit of trouble getting in there. It's only a 4-inch reach disadvantage for Ige, but we're getting get into the numbers. Dan Ige is a jack of all trades, right? So he could knock you out. He could take you down. He also could go for a decision. He doesn't really care, right? He's gonna really change his tune based off what the fight is going into, right? Yep. So he knows Barbosa's going to light up his legs. He's like, all right, okay, this guy, I'm probably going to have to take him down, right? Because you can't just keep eating leg kicks. This goes into Barbosa, 60% KO percentage. What does that tell you? Barbosa hits hard, man. But he also gets hit hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got to work on his defense. He's been KO'd pretty bad a few times. So this fight, I don't know. Barbosa's new weight class. Dan Ige's very tough. I'm going to go with Barbosa. Like, he's had a few tough decisions. Dan Ige has never faced anyone with the power that Barbosa poses. Barbosa's been in big fights. Did he fight Khabib for the title? No, he was on his road to the title.
No, yeah, it was before, yeah.
Yeah, and it was bad. He's been KO'd by Justin Gaethje.
He's been beat up by Kevin Lee.
He's been beat up by... It gets bad for Barbosa when it gets bad, but I think this new weight class... And when he swells back up, he's going to be way bigger than Dan Ige. And those leg kicks are going to land thunderously. So I'm going to go with my man Barbosa.
Barbosa is really good, guys. Barbosa has some wins against some notable opponents. Recently, Dan Hooker, before Hooker went on this run, Barbosa ate him up. I don't remember that fight.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, they should have thrown in the towel.
Yeah, so... Barbosa is the man. As you can see, 60% of his fights are won by KO or TKO because of those head kicks and just spinning whatever and stuff. So 50K, to be honest, based on his statistics, I don't know if he's worth 50K. 25% KO. I guess maybe
he got a lot of fight bonuses. Like, he has good performances.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's also based on just like his fighting style. Like, even if it goes to decision, which is 30% of the time, you will get an entertaining fight from Dan. So I'm gonna go with Edson Barbosa, but I am a little shaky with it because it's his first time fighting at featherweight. He may be, drained from the weight cut. I don't know how he's gonna perform. Sometimes people say, "Oh, when you go down in weight, you'll be faster or you'll be bigger than the other fighters and stuff like that." Doesn't always work out. Sometimes you just cut way too much weight and you can't perform at the weight class. So I'm curious to see how Barbosa will do. Jose Aldo did something similar recently. He went down to 135, fought Marlon Moraes, and he had a controversial loss. So I guess it's more of a thing that fighters are doing. They're going to cut more weight if they're not doing well at that weight division. So we'll see. Maybe this is a fresh start for Barbosa, and then he can start to contend with some of the people in the higher featherweight division. But we're going to move on. So next we got Claudia Gadelha versus Angela Hill. This one, I just think, I'm not even going to dive too deeply into it. I think Claudia Gadelha is going to beat Angela Hill very, very easily. But it's just to dive into the record, 17-4 versus 12-7. Gadelha's from Brazil. Angela Hill's from the States. 5-4 versus 5-3. And reach disadvantage is just 1 inch disadvantage on Gadelha's side. Wins. So here, 12% KO for Gadelha, 45% for Angela Hill. She doesn't seem like she has much punching power, but wow.
It's an accumulation of strikes with Angela. I've watched a lot of her fights because she fights so much.
So Claudia Gadelha, honestly, she's had a lot of fight experience. She's had title fights before. I think she fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk too for the belt. So Yeah, she's fought the who's in the strawweight division, and I don't really see a way for Angela Hill to win this one because Angela's not even ranked. At least the UFC website doesn't even say she's ranked, and she's fighting the number 6 girl at the strawweight division. So
I think she's
I'm gonna
changed
go
weight
with Claudia
classes.
Gadelha on this one.
I think this is going to be a pretty big snoozer. If there's no disrespect to the ladies here, it's going to be a pretty big snoozer. It's because she's going to take you down and beat the crap out of you. She doesn't. She kind of has knockout power, right? 40% of her wins have come. So
right.
about 5 KOs out of 12. Like that's not bad. Pretty respectable, right?
Jiu-jitsu game, obviously Gadelha's side. So
if she gets taken down, but Angela's got a nasty top game on the ground, dude. I watched her last fight, and when she took that girl down, she beat the brakes off her.
But just Gadelha has way more strength than she looks. She may be like the smaller fighter. I think she's maybe a little shorter. No, she's taller. She's an inch taller. But anyways, Gadelha is not like the biggest girl in the division, but she's really, really strong, and she will take you down and submit you, as you can see. Almost half her wins are by submission. So you got Gadelha too?
Yeah.
Both of us got Gadelha. Next on the agenda, when it opens up, we got Overeem versus Walt Harris.
Big ticket, bruh.
Woo! So, yeah, I'll let you break this one down.
So, this is Alistair, the Demolition Man, No Chin Man, Overeem versus Walt, Big Ticket Harris. Gotta say it, man. RIP to his daughter. It's a pretty sensitive situation, so we're not gonna really touch on it. RIP, Walt. So we're gonna get into it. Look at this. Look at this fighting experience, man. Like when you start seeing 40s, 30s, and 40s, you gotta say, dude, you know what I mean? You're getting up there in age. Like I get it. But hold up. I didn't know Big Ticket's 6'5".
He's a tall guy. He's a big dude. He definitely weighs. I'm surprised he doesn't weigh more than Overeem.
Really?
It's huge. Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought Big Ticket was like a shorter heavyweight.
He's huge. Maybe you think of Big Country.
Dude,
Roy Nelson, Big Country,
I'm not
sure.
confusing Big Ticket and Big Country. Anyways, guys, I was just taken back by the fact that he's 6'5".
Big Ticket.
But no, because I thought because he's an exciting fighter, right? This is Big Ticket. But Overeem's got 45 wins. Big Ticket's got 13.
That's a lot of C to you guys.
That's a lot of brain damage. I mean, his last loss against Jairzinho didn't really take a lot of damage necessarily until the bell, like when he got his face ripped open. But we're gonna dive into it. 6'4" versus 6'5", reach disadvantage in favor of Alistair Overeem with 3 inches. Big ticket. He's big ticket. He's either KOing you or he's losing, right?
KOing you or KOing you.
So average fight time 6 minutes and 35 seconds. We're gonna go into it. So out of 45 wins, he's got 50%. So he's still got more wins than Big Ticket has fights. I'm pretty sure if the math breaks out just a little bit, math might be off. Okay, whatever. 22,
No,
23.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah, right. Because it's 13. He's 13-7. Mm-hmm. That means it's 20. Half of 45 is still more than 20.
Yeah.
Math checks out. Nice try. So Big Ticket is fighting for something more than a fight right now. Like, I think he's being pushed on by what happened to his daughter, and that's not a guy you want to fight, someone who's that motivated. But Alistair's a different beast. Alistair's a K1 Grand Prix champ. Was he heavyweight champ in the UFC? I don't think so.
He's just fought for the belt a couple times.
Yeah, so Alistair's no joke. Like, you see him getting KO'd by a lot of heavyweights, but he's KO'd a lot of heavyweights, right? Brock Lesnar, just for example. So this fight, I got to go with Walt just because I know those punches will have a little bit extra oomph. You know what I mean? And he's a finisher. You know what I mean? He's not there to play games. He's not there. And he's a much better striker than Jairzinho, in my opinion. Even though Jairzinho was like 18-0 in kickboxing, whatever, I still hate the dude. Whatever you want to say. So
Jairzinho was losing that fight before he touched Overeem in the last 10 seconds, whatever. Like,
yeah, so we're big Jairzinho haters here. But gotta go with Walt. What do you think?
Whew. I mean, obviously, it's really, really tough. I'm gonna go with Overeem, which is not where I honestly I'm just breaking down based on skills. Like Big Ticket has a lot of skills, like he's got power and stuff like that, but Overeem's just more well-rounded. Overeem can submit you. Overeem's got better Muay Thai skills. Boxing, maybe you can give it to Big Ticket because you can see that percentage. So if Overeem can move around and avoid the big punches, he'll be able to take out Big Ticket. Obviously, I don't want to say that, but as a betting man, you gotta put your money where your mouth is. he might fight emotional and go for the KO and hit Overeem, because Overeem gets KO'd a lot, right? Like, it happens. You can hit him. He's hittable. But I just think, though, I saw the way he fought Jorginho Rosenstruik.
And he was in and out.
He was in and out. Like, he was moving very well. He was fighting very well. And, like, I know Overeem doesn't want to get hit. So he's going to try and avoid getting hit. And I'm going to bet against the big ticket. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's tough to
I just think that,
logically speaking, I think I'm going to pick Overeem. I'm pretty sure.
Hey man, that chin's been worn, man. That's a very well worn chin. Guys, have you ever had that one pair of running shoes that you let last a little bit too long, but they're still good? You're still running them, but you're like, at any point could blow out, dude. That's Alistair Overeem. So, you know what, guys? We love the engagement on the Instagram page. We love it. You know what I mean? We're going to keep on pushing out content. The content master's right here. You're looking at him. He's always giving you the little things. If you receive a sassy comment, it's from me. UFC Fight Night, Overeem versus Harris preview, episode 34, MMA Brothers Pod at Instagram. We love you guys. Love to hear what you think. Do you have anything to say? No, you don't, because MMA Brothers Podcast.
Because Song Yadong. See ya.
Yeah, on that note, I'm done.